To bring in here for roll 10 as you're looking, if you're just seeing that right there in the back. All right, folks, good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it may be, wherever you're at when you're watching this video. Hey, continuing on part 2 of our bank branch battle. As a reminder, if this is your first time joining in, I went to one of the local bank brands, and I went to 2 different branches, one on the south side, one on the outskirts of the city, and picked up 5 rolls of quarters, 10 rolls of nickels, 10 rolls of pennies from each bank. So just in a little battle between the banks. The quarter, which was the previous video, turned out really different between the two. I definitely encourage you to watch the quarter battle. And that was a big difference because one bank provided me with bank wrapped rolls, the other were customer wrapped rolls. So big difference between there. These, however, with the nickel battle, is going to be a little more even balance. Both banks provided me with bank wrapped, and so nothing sticking out at the end. This one's looking a little bit on the older side, so I might look at that, but definitely circulated, well mixed. I got some new ones. Looks like might have some 80s, some 90s. Yeah, I'm going to guess that's going to be an 80 or a 90. We got a 2004 on that one. But yeah, so nothing glaringly different. We'll start off with this one. We'll do live. I'll bring you back in for all the highlights, and we'll do the same when we get to branch B. A little bit older. I'm going to bet an 80 on that end. We'll see what's on this side. And just, a little fun. See what's on each of the ends here. And so looking at these, nothing ordinary jumping out at me. There's a couple here we'll look at real quick. So this was the one end, 1990. The other end here in 1964, Philadelphia. So a little bit older, but again, I'm looking for anything 59 or earlier. This one's got a little different toning on the edge. Pick that one out. And that is a 1979 fair. And where was the other one? This one, this edge and this edge. So this edge is, a modern one. What is that? 2005. That is the Ocean View. So they talk about some doubling up in there, but or a cut error that was up in that area, but nothing too far out of the ordinary. And let's see here, and that's just an 86, but this one behind it's looking older. What is that? 64. Expecting a bunch of 64s, and that looks like that might be a Denver. Alright, so I'm just going to go through real quick all of these, see if there's anything of interest on here. 2007, 78. Not a lot of varieties to look for in these. 21. Like I said, mostly I'm just looking to complete my books from 58 to current is complete, so it's the 58, 59 and earlier, those older ones that I'm definitely looking for. Look for any kind of proof or San Francisco Mint for the ones where there are no known errors. Another Ocean of the Pacific, 2005s, 2004s, any kind of, what was that, doubling, error variations we'll look for or look at. 95, 99, but yep, It's looking pretty modern for the most part. Alright, getting to the end here. 90s, these are modern, 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 and that's it. Let's take a look at this one, Lewis and Clark Expedition, 2004P. Doesn't look like we have everything, so no fines in that first roll. We will bring you back as I get through the other rolls. And well, roll number 3 comes up with our first find of this challenge, and this is a 1958. Now, the one we're looking for is no mint mark. So a key date. And 3, 2, 1. Flip, and that is a D. Does have the mint mark there on the end. So 1958D. Roll number 5 brings us our second find, but our first foreign find. There is our Canadian Elizabeth II, 1993. To bring you in here for roll 10, as you're looking, if you're just seeing that right there in the back, look at that, roll 10, finally a decent find. Looking at that, I am not seeing a date on that, but what I'm going to try doing here, while I have you on the camera, so let's get our microscope, tends to bring things out a little bit more, and that's where the date should be, and that is well worn, so no date on that. If we flip it over, come on, there's the focus. Alright, and the mint mark, no mint mark. It's got 4 legs, so we know it's not a 37 there. Yeah, 37's the 3-legged. So we do have a buffalo. Not the best of condition. No date, but 1 for the finds. Alright, here we are for the summary for branch A. Like I said, 10 rolls. Not the most significant of finds. I was actually a little disappointed in this one. What you see across the top, we did have 3 Canadians. We had a 1966, a 1993, and a 1994, which is dirty. So 3 foreign finds. Again, nothing noteworthy on there. The noteworthy one was the buffalo head, the Indian head, buffalo nickel, no date, no mint mark, so unknown on that one. And that 4th roll that did have the 1958, and that was Denver, so that was not the key date that we would look for. Other noteworthy ones here is I do have a 1969 and a 1970. These are the S mint marks. I do keep just the S mint marks because it's something I don't see often here on the East Coast. So 6970 San Francisco mint. And the last one here, I just don't know. I'm waiting to find another one that I can compare it to. I'll let you guys can add in here. Let me throw on the microscope here so you can see what I have here is a 1981. But look at that mint mark. That mint mark just seems so small and high on that coin. I almost didn't recognize it at first. And I know some of the ones, actually let me put that back on so you could see something comparable to it. You guys can let me know on this one. Yeah, so here was a 1972, and if you look at that D mint mark, it's way low, but the same thing, it's a little bit smaller. I think at this time, the mint marks were still being hand punched, so you will have some variety as to where they were located on there. So I don't know the significance of this yet. I'm going to look into that. Just tiny mint mark, and we'll see where it goes from there. On to bank branch number 2, B. Alright folks, here we go with bank branch B. First roll, circulated, probably 1970s, 1980s, nothing particular. We'll see how these rolls handle. And there we go. Nothing jumping out at me. A couple older ones here at this end. But let's just see. We'll do this roll together and just quickly see if there's 72. See if there's anything of excitement. If not, well, I should say if not, as we were just talking about that. Anything of excitement. Pull out my cheat sheet here. I don't know if you can read the date clearly from there or not, but we are looking at a 1941. And 1941 doesn't have anything in particular. Mint marks, low mintage. Good condition there. Flip it, and no mint marks. So a 1941 Philadelphia to start off. Bank 2's roll. It's got a nice little corrosion on that. Right up to, can't even read the date on that one. Pull out my handy dandy magnifying glass here. It's 1980 something. Can't read the date on that one. So, anyways, these haven't been too bad. Little, I'll call them slow rolls. Not as many, nearly as many finds. A lot more 80s and 90s. Actually, the first bank had a lot of 60s and 70s. But not too many. 78. Just the 150. And now we got the 140. 76. 2005. That's pretty beat up. And what's this one here? That's another 70. So just the one find for the first roll. I'll bring you back in for any other finds. Alright, so here we are with roll number 5. And we come up with, right here, oh, come on, focus. There we go, 1958. So no mint mark. It's a little beat up here in the corner, but no mint mark, no mint mark. And 3, 2, 1. And D. 1958 D. Not a low mintage or key date. Alright, here we are on roll number 6. So we're getting more finds in here, and I'm just looking at this as I'm seeing this coin here peeking through. That is a 1939. So what we have is a 39D is a key date. 39S is a key date. So what we're looking for is a mint mark. D or S. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. And that is dirty, but I am not seeing a mint mark. Let's just pull this off to the side. No mint mark. So 39 Philly. Not a key date, but a 39. It's a good find nonetheless. Roll number 8. We have a 1955. So what we're looking for is no mint mark. Looking for the Philadelphia. The Philadelphia is the key date one that we're looking for. So 1955 in 3, 2, and 1. And that does look like a mint mark. Looks like a Denver mint mark. Throw that over. Gonna grab the microscope out here anyways. There we go. And wrong side there, Jeff. There we go. 1955. And there it is. D mint mark. So 1955 D. The other one, while I got the microscope out, this was an earlier find in this roll, is right there. Let's see if we can bring that out. You got the beginnings of a die break there. Let's just zoom that out. There we go. See right on the edge of the Monticello there, a little cut error. This side I've noticed seems to be the more common, but that's a good condition. We'll flip that over. See, that's a 2023P. So 2023P with a minor cut error on the left side of the Monticello, and the 1955D. Bring you back in for the next find. That didn't take long. It was actually 2 coins later from that 1955 reverse under here, mint mark D, and this is 1954. So 1954D, 1955D out of roll number 8. Alright, here we are for the summary of Bank Branch Battle, and this is Bank B, second one. So Bank B did better in the quarters, had the 4 silver quarters in the last video. Bank Branch B for the nickels came out ahead here again. Our Branch A had only had 2 finds. It had a 1958D, and we had the undated, no mint mark Buffalo, so an unknown Buffalo, and it also had 3 Canadian. Here we only have the 1 Canadian, 1997, so that's a modern one. But the other more significant finds here was this 2023, where's the focus, 2023 nickel, and if we flip that over right here on the edge of the Monticello, and I don't want to lose my zoom here, my focus, but we have a little cut error, just a little cut on the outside, beginnings of a die break here, so noteworthy on that one for the fun finds. But the significant finds were these. No real key dates as I'm looking at these, and I'm pulling out my cheat sheet here. We did have the 1939, and that was no mint mark, so I got 1939 Philly, no, not a key date, not a low mintage. We had a 1941 Philly, again, not a key date or low mintage date. Let's see here, we have a 1954 Denver, a 1955 Denver, a 1958 Denver. So 5 good finds, fun error, and a Canadian and a foreign. So Bank B won that battle. Come join me next video. We're going to do our penny challenge between these bank branches. As always, remember to subscribe, click that like button, subscribe to the channel, show your support, and more importantly is don't forget to leave comments below. I like hearing the stories, like seeing some of your experiences, and just trying to gain some enthusiasm behind the coin roll hunting community.